YouTube, what is good? So today's video is part 2 of a 3-part photography behind the scenes series that I have from a recent trip to New York. And today's photos are arguably the best of the entire trip because we had some insanely moody and dark photography conditions to take advantage of. It was definitely a cool opportunity. The photos have a real Gotham City type vibe to them, and I love the way they came out, and I hope you do as well, and I hope you can get some inspiration from them. Now, if you're someone who has my editing module, which is a tool of presets that I have on my website, evanramp.com, I hate traditional presets because they're just one size fits all. They don't help y'all as viewers. This is something that I created to actually give you some insight into how particular edits are made so you can try to replicate the looks. If you want to copy the looks from the street photos, here's the formula for you. It is tone curve 2, white balance 3, soften 1, color boost 3, color grade 6, colors 5, and vignette. So if you want to get that look and you're someone who has the preset module, that is exactly how you do it. Remember, you might have to tweak it a little bit yourself on your end because not all camera files are the exact same, but that should get you a similar warm cinematic look. So you can pick those up on evanramp.com, like I said. And also I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. We will talk about them later. Let's stop wasting time with this intro. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy it and you get some inspiration from this photography behind the scenes, Moody Dark, New York edition. So before we talk about the photos, I quickly want to thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. I often get asked by people how to monetize their creative photography, and Squarespace is one of the best ways to do that. Here's an example of how you can use it in your own business. First, you can watch one of my tutorials on how I built my website, built a print site, and built a portfolio. All of these are linked below. Once you create that, you can populate your store with prints or digital products like presets, so the next time you go on your trip, you can share creative work on social media and create a call to action like this. Go to my website, link in bio, to see more photos in my portfolio. Or maybe you can go to the link in my bio to purchase these images as a print. The options are endless, but like I've said a million times on this channel, use the creativity that you have for your art and apply it to your business and creative pitches. But don't take my word for it. Head over to squarespace.com/EvanRamp today so you can start a free trial and use code EvanRamp to save 10% when it's time to sign up. Squarespace is hands down the easiest platform to begin your creative journey with. So that's squarespace.com/EvanRamp. Start a free trial and follow along with one of those tutorials linked down below and use code EvanRamp to save 10% when it's time to sign up. So there we go, y'all. Those photos, like I said, I think are the best of the trip. The Williamsburg Bridge is such a tricky location to make photos at just because, I don't know, everything's been done there and I was trying to come up with something unique. So what I ended up doing as the final edit on this one is I took 3 of the photos and I created one of my 3-layer stacks that I've talked about in previous videos. You might have seen them on my Instagram at EvanRamp before. I use this as a way to try to tell the story of a scene a little bit more. So the way I create this is I crop the images I like down to a 5x12 and I layer them together, and then in Photoshop I do a little bit of tweaking just to make sure everything lines up color-wise. I really like the way this came out. I think it showcases the Williamsburg Bridge from all angles and gives more of a story as opposed to just one static image. But hands down, the best photo on the day, my favorite, is the one that I showed the formula for at the beginning of the video. That image of the police officers with the person wearing the coat with a little bit of snow with the American flag in the background. It is just such a New York street photography of street photography feeling photos. There's no real subjects declared in the image. You know, you can't see anyone's face, but yet you still seem to feel something. I don't even know what you could call it. Maybe like nostalgia or just that classic New York Batman, Gotham City type feel. I don't know. I just love that image personally. And there's also one other photo of, I don't know what branch of law enforcement or whatever they were in, but they're kind of standing off on the more the side of the frame, and I focused on like the patch on their arm. I really love this image as well for the same reason. It just gives a very classically street photography New York feel. I don't know. That one feels nostalgic for me as well, and maybe not to you. I don't know. That could just be like a matter of personal preference for me, but everything from this day I'm really happy with, and I'm excited to share the rest of them on my social media. Feel free to let me know your favorites in the comments down below. I have to say though, out of 5, if we're gonna rank this favorite, this might be the first time on this channel. I think I'm gonna give this one a 4. A 4 out of 5, which y'all know is not something I do very often. We're usually in the 3s. I'm very critical of myself, but this particular capture, just the colors of it, the feeling of it, I don't know. It's one that if I was going to publish a new book, it would definitely make it into the book. So extremely happy with this day of photography. I appreciate y'all watching this one, and stay tuned for part 3, the final from this series. And I'm going to give you a little spoiler. That day did not go as well as this one. See y'all next time.